there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Uh, I see you looking at my collection of cans. Ah? Ah? Look, they can't all be winners. Anyway, welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Today, as you can see by the eyeballs behind me, we are trying Monster Energy Drink's new alcoholic, branch of the company called The Beast. Because, when you're a monster, it's all got to be aggressive as hell. Uh, anyway, so before we talk about Monster, let's talk a little bit about the history of Monster, right? Um, History of Monster is the brand itself didn't start until 2002. Uh, Currently, it's got the second highest market share of energy drinks after Red Bull, the one that gives you wings or something. Anyway, but its original origins start with Hansen's juice company back in the 30s. So originally, Monster was owned by Hansen's. They're the same people who do all the juice and like the Blue Sky non-energy drink stuff, like that sort of deal. Um, they started out in Southern California, and then of course in 2002, with energy drinks taking off, a la Red Bull, they decided to get their share of the market and create Monster. And of course, because energy drinks are extreme, they were also extreme. In 2015, they sold all of their well, they sold all of their non-monster stuff to Coca-Cola. So imagine thinking, "Oh, this hobby that we have made to like capture a segment of the market has become so profitable that we're selling Granddad's name and everything that he did uh, to Coca-Cola, so we can focus primarily on this right here." I found that eminently fascinating. And with that, Coca-Cola actually bought stock in what became Monster Beverage Company, which is what it is today. Uh, and that's kind of gotten up to 19.5% worth of stock. So Coca-Cola does have its hands in things. I have to admit, I thought Coca-Cola owned Monster, so it was a little bit of a surprise doing the research that they don't. But enough about that. Let's talk about the flavors we see before us. As you can see, we do have four flavors. This is Mean Green. This is Scary Berries. This is Peach Perfect. And this is White Haze. Each one of these kind of corresponds, I think. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But for me, these appear to correspond to like four of the general flavors that you can get through Monster. Obviously, the green it aligns itself with the OG, the original green Monster energy drink you can get. The red really reminds me of the Assault brand. That's the one that has like the black with the red M. I mean, they kind of all look the same, but in this case, I believe it's more aligned with Assault. We'll find out. Um, the peach, of course, aligns. I think for me, it appears that it aligns with the Ultra Peach, which is one of their zero sugar energy drinks, and then the White Haze appears to kind of align with their Zero Ultra. So, for those of you who don't know, when Monster creates an energy drink that is zero sugar, they call it Ultra. Insert name here. Like there's Ultra Fiesta, which is a mango, and Ultra Watermelon, which is a watermelon, Ultra Paradise, which is supposed to be apple and kiwi. That's the one in the green can. Anyway, well, in the light green can, not the dark black can. Well, not the black can, but the green, which again is the OG. This is all very complicated, and it feels a whole lot like a weird soap opera that we've come into in the middle of. Suffice it to say, there's a variety of monster drinks out there. Yours truly is a monster drink aficionado. I do stick primarily to the sugar-free ones, though I will say the orange dreamsicle that they just released that I had recently, A++, would drink it again. Tastes like an orange dreamsicle, which is very dangerous because it's full of caffeine. With that, I figured we'd get this started. Unlike the hard Mountain Dew, where I had strong feelings about some of the flavors, i.e., the watermelon and the Baja Blast, which again were not great. I don't really have a lot of strong feelings about the flavors of Monster. I like them all, for the most part, which is a problem for me. But so I kind of just lined them up in the order I pulled them out of the box. Oh yeah. So I found this in my local store, Meyer. So I suspect, unlike the hard Mountain Dew, they are distributing throughout the country. So keep a lookout if that's kind of your bailiwick. I also suspect that these are going to be seltzers like the hard Mountain Dew. I don't know that for sure. We're going to find out. But I suspect that only because of the calorie count. If you recall, the 12-ounce hard Mountain Dews that were 5% ended up being 100 calories and they ended up being seltzers. Now, these are 6% because I guess that leans into more extreme, but also they're only 130 calories. So that kind of leads me to believe that these might be seltzers too. And if so, great. But if not, we'll find out. So with that, let's get started. We're going to start with the OG, the mean green. Uh, I don't know about you, but this looks very much like Godzilla is staring at me. And I'm frightened. This is the beast unleashed. So I will say, unlike the hard Mountain Dew, if you recall, which was like extreme all over, looked nothing like the Mountain Dew cans, and uh, had 21 and very bold and out there, right? Um, this is a little more discreet. I think it's maybe because of the marketing. So, like when you think about Monster, like they're in Super Motocross and a lot of other stuff, but they sort of brand themselves to an older clientele, like teens and young adults, not necessarily children. Whereas Mountain Dew, not that it's for children, but that children drink it. Um, oh, well, here we go. I did wonder about the impetus for making this, and it says on the back. Oh, and if you're not familiar with Monster, there's always an essay on the back in which they describe some vibe or something that they're trying to elicit with the energy drink. I don't care. I just want the caffeine. Anyway, this says our original crew has been making drinks for 30 plus years now, which is true if you take in their Hansen stuff, but okay. Our favorite brand, Monster Energy, is about to turn 21. We figured why not celebrate the big day by making an adult beverage. We hit delete on the energy blend, cut out the caffeine, and ditched the sugar. Next, we brewed up the smoothest tasting alcohol ever and blended it with our tried and true flavors. The beast is unleashed. Great taste, 6% oh my per, 6 point sorry, 6 point oh my in quotation percent alcohol and no sugar to weigh you down. Get ready to celebrate and don't be afraid of the big bad beast. Cheers. And then underneath it says, feast on the beast. I don't like that. But nobody asked me. And with that, let's see where we're at. Okay, yeah, this smells like the OG um, Monster Energy drink. If you haven't had Monster Energy drink, I'm I can't really describe it. It honestly, it smells like teenage angst to me, and that's not a great descriptor. Let me see if I can try to land on something. Um, okay, it smells sharp and sort of vitamin-ish. I'm really selling this, but it smells like a multivitamin that's been sitting in water a little bit, which I made sound very appealing. But I promise, like if you've smelled this before, it smells like the original energy drink. So let's see what we're getting into. Oh, yep, okay. That looks a whole lot like the energy drink too. Like it for those of you who can't see, it's very dark. I'm not gonna say what originally came to my mind because that's real gross, but we'll say it looks like a an aged champagne. But it looks a whole lot like the OG Monster Energy drink. With that, oh, oh, okay. Um, 2.5 monster eyeballs out of 5. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this scale. It's it tastes aggressive. That's so good. I'm coming up with words that don't equate to a taste. Um, it does taste a whole lot like the OG Monster Energy drink, but unfortunately, the smooth alcohol tastes a little bit like it fermented in the can. that's not that's not good. I mean, it's okay. I think I would have been better served by pouring alcohol into an OG Monster drink as opposed to this. Um, but I also think perhaps the original Monster flavor doesn't really play well with alcohol. So you're, if you like the OG, you'll probably be okay with this. But I wouldn't. It doesn't blow me out of the water. Is what I'm saying. I was not prepared. With that, give me a second while I clear this up, and we'll get to the next flavor in the line. Okay, straight up, I just finished off what was in that glass, and I gotta tell you, I think I'm down to 2 eyeballs out of 5. That was the original taste is just so upsetting. It gets better as it goes back down your throat. So, with that, now we're looking at scary berries. Again, I think this probably is more equivalent to the assault flavor. That's supposed to be like their Coke flavor, but it doesn't taste like Coke. It tastes like off-brand red. Y'all know what I mean. With that, can I point out that I'm delighted that none of these are twist tops? Anyway. Actually, you know what? It tastes a whole lot of like it tastes like ultra red. Not taste. It smells like ultra red instead. So maybe that's actually the base and not the assault. Um, and this essay, the essay is the same. It still says Feast on the Beast. The equivalent is the same except it's in red. So now we have Angry Godzilla looking at me. So with that, but yeah, it smells like fruit punch. Okay, yeah, I rescind my previous comment. I think this is meant to be more close to the ultra red flavor and not the assault. So, oh, you can see it's actually a little pink. We ran into that too with the black cherry, where it ended up being the black cherry hard Mountain Dew, where it ended up being like pinkish. Like that, bottoms up. Okay, yeah, that plays a lot better with the alcohol. Um, in fact, I'm gonna finish it. Okay, but for real, that plays a lot better. You still get the tartness of a Monster Energy drink with it, and the alcohol's there too, but it's like drinking boozy French toast, boozy fruit punch, and that's really good. I'm not sure if it's because it's better by a lot than the OG Monster, but like that blend really works well. Scary berries isn't so scary; it's delicious. I'm I can't come up with an alliteration. Um, with that, we're moving on to the peach. So hold on a sec. Okay, we're back, and we have moved on to Peach Perfect, which, like, with aggressive names, Peach Perfect really doesn't sound that aggressive at all. It sounds like Princess Peach is out here trying to get her booze on. Um, Again, same essay. As opposed to the green and the red, because it's peach, it's more of a peach color, which is a whole lot like the can, the original, the Ultra Peach. So let's see where we're at here. Yeah, it smells like the Ultra Peach. I think we're well within wheelhouses for this. And it looks like an Ultra Peach. It actually looks like peach juice if you look at it. It's got a little bit of that fog that you would expect in a juice. But yeah, this looks exactly like the Ultra Peach. So, bottoms up. So to be fair, poured more of the peach in here than I did the previous one. But that's really good too. Um, Again, it tastes a whole lot like the Ultra Peach. I think what we're discovering is that when Monster, and maybe this will confirm it because we'll try that next, but I think what we're discovering is that Monster has figured out with their Ultra flavors, like how to make them taste fruity. That is actually why I drink Monster Energy drink zero sugar ones, because a lot of folks don't know how to manufacture a zero sugar energy drink that doesn't taste like, well, frankly, like ass. So, so they usually taste very good and they taste very fruity and things like that. And so I think they are taking those lessons that they learned from the original zero sugar energy drinks and applying them very well to the alcohol. Um, so yeah, good job. Again, that's I guess if the Scary Berries is a 4.5 out of 5 eyeballs. This is a steady 4. It tastes a little bit like peach juice with a little bit of maybe schnapps in it. Like so, A plus plus would drink this too. No complaints for these last two. And now let's see where we end up with the last one, shall we? Okay, White Haze. This very much looks like we're looking at somebody's White Walker eye. Like they've gotten over the wall. They're here in the north, and drinking their blood. I didn't really think this analogy through. Anyway, but it's still creepy. Um, as you can see, unlike the other cans, which you can see are black with their splash of color, this is white with a splash of blue. That is very much like the Zero Ultra, which is supposed to be kind of like their citrus flavor. So let's see where that takes us. Okay, yeah, this smells like their Zero Ultra. I think as we're discovering, there are really no surprises under the sun here if you actually drink Monster Zero energy drinks. And with that, you can see here it looks again like the Zero Ultra energy drink. Bottoms up. Okay. Obviously, not as good as the previous two, but not as bad. I don't want to say bad. Not as overwhelmingly strong as the green, the OG. I think again a lot of it comes down to how the alcohol plays with the flavoring. I'm not quite sure what they put in there. These are all apparently malt beverages. Um, I'm not 100% willing to say that they're seltzers. I think they're closer to a Mike's Hard Lemonade than they are to a White Claw. So I think as a malt beverage, you're looking at that sort of flavoring and thickness. If thickness is not the right word, consistency, than you are with the hard Mountain Dew. With that, when we drank the OG, it was bad in the front, but okay going down, right? Not great, but it was okay going down. This actually has the complete opposite problem. It's really great on the forward part of your tongue, but as you get back to the bitter receptors in the mouth, it just gets bad. Um, 3 eyeballs out of 5. Please don't murder me, White Walker King. Anyways, what have we learned? Overall, I think this is a better hard soda product than the hard Mountain Dew. And I think it's because of the expertise that they already bring to their zero sugar um, energy drinks, right? Uh, I think there is a concern with, as we talked about before, with the can design, where the hard Mountain Dew, it was very obvious that it was not for children or teens, it was for adults. And I think, I mean, although they had to do that because, frankly, they all looked and oh, they all looked and smelled like the Mountain Dews that the Diet Mountain Dews they were trying to equate to. This actually struggles from the same deal. They look and smell like, well, other than, well, no, that one too. They look and smell like the non-alcoholic versions of the things they're trying to emulate. And that's a problem when you have the cans that sort of look closer to the monsters. I think though, with all the branding of the beast and everything else, and the fact that it's very bold, that it's 6%, it's really hard to uh, think that you're getting away with drinking non-alcoholic monster. Um, that being said, in a fist fight, monster all the way, Mountain Dew can take a hike. Next week, I found, because again, I hoard things. I hoard soda, really. I I found some more food sodas. Specifically, there's an enchilada soda and there's a lemon meringue. Um, so I think unless something really cool soda wise catches my eye that I see in the store this week, I think I'm gonna roll with those two just to get them off the floor, get them out of the docket. But until next time, drink weird and unleash your beast. Uh, drink Monster and drink weird.